Okay, time for another excellent Excel tip. This is one I use all the time. It's called the F4 tip, and what it does is it allows you to copy formulae around your spreadsheet absolutely rather than relatively, which is the default method that Excel uses. So I'm going to put some random data in my spreadsheet here. I'm going to have months of the year in this column. Notice I can just type the first month and then drag on the corner here, autofill all the way down to December. And then in column C I'm just going to type some random numbers. Hard to do random numbers actually when you're thinking about it. But here goes. I've got one too many there, so we'll get rid of that January. I'm going to sum these numbers. So up here we've got the auto sum. Click there, return. Just so happens those numbers add up to 700. But what I want is the percentage of each number, a percentage of the total. So 45 over 700. In this cell here we're going to put the formula equals. To make a formula, rather than type it, I find it easier to click on the cell that you want. So that's the 45, then on the keyboard divide, and then we want to divide by the total, 700. Now we've got a decimal. To make a percentage we simply go up here on the toolbar and we press percent. There we have 6%. Now often you've got one formula there. Often you can copy by dragging that formula. Here we try and drag the formula all the way down for every month, and we get the dreaded div over 0. The reason for that is the program assumes that C3 over C16. In the next cell, it assumes that you will want C4 over C17 and so on. C5 over C18, C6 over C19. Now this assumption is often correct when you're working on spreadsheets, but in this particular instance, the divisor needs to be this constant cell C16. The cell reference on the top of the formula is correct, but obviously if you look here you've got C4 over C17, look at C17, there's nothing there. C5 over C18, there's nothing in C18. So to make the divisor a constant figure we need to go back to our original formula. We click anywhere in the cell reference that we want to maintain, absolutely, and we press on the keyboard F4 like that, and then it highlights it with dollar signs. So now we have a formula that we can safely copy all the way down, and we have our correct percentages. So each figure is divided by a fixed total. Just check that adds up to 100. There we go.